Hello, everybody. Hello, my name is Paul. Welcome to the ShareWarehouse. Welcome, one and all. Now, this was actually the first, supposed to be, the first episode of the ShareWarehouse. I was going to talk about a little game called Game of Thunder from 1993. It was a little, well, I guess I can't call them indie games. They were all basically indie games back in 1993 in the DOS shareware wonder days. But it was before I really kind of knew what I wanted to do with the ShareWarehouse, so it was more of like a, I don't know, like a let's play than it was more an informative kind of walkthrough, as it were. I'm still not even sure what the ShareWarehouse is, but it's your cross to bear, YouTube, not mine. I make the cross, you bear it. But anyway, welcome back to the ShareWarehouse. This is God of Thunder from 1993, made by a fellow named Ron Davis and his team over at Adept Software, I think it was. It was another one of those wonderful little games that you can find on the Software Creations bulletin board, or BBS if you're in the know, back in the 90s. And I think you can get the entire game, at least part one. No, I think it was all three parts for, I think it was $9.95 plus $3 shipping and handling, because they got to send you physical discs that they do. Now, normally, you would only have part one to play with as the shareware, which originally was the case, but now God of Thunder has become freeware. That's right, anybody can play the whole game if you want, and it's got a full story. The year is 1927 AD, as mortals reckon time, and the almighty Odin has summoned you and his faithful and heroic son to the great hall of Asgard. Thor, my son, your evil half-brother, Loki, the god of mischief, I just assume everything he says in yellow is screaming at the top of his lungs, has once again betrayed us while I slept the great Odin sleep. I just woke up from Paul's sleep myself. He managed to subdue and take control of my beloved land of Midgard. He has acquired the aid of two of his most fearsome allies, Jorgemund the Midgard Serpent and Nognia, Prince of the Underworld. If you are not able to stop him now, his control over Midgard will be so complete that I, myself, may not be able to oppose him and his two very powerful accomplices. To help you on your mission, I give you my most trusted weapon, Mjolnir, the Enchanted Hammer. Made for me by the King of Trolls and enchanted by my own power, it will always return to the one who throws it. What does he say when he's blue? Maybe,
now armed with only your enchanted hammer and considerable wits, you must journey to Midgard and destroy Jorgemund. And so, we go to war.
Hail Asgard! Now, everything in the game probably will look very familiar to any fans of the original Zelda series. Any of this look familiar? Yeah, this takes a lot from, no, I don't want to say takes a lot, but is, what's a safe word, homage to the original Link and Zelda games. My son, he's yelling all of this. When you see one of these glowing oracles, touch it. I have dispatched some of my most trusted angels to help you along the way. What's it say in red? Maybe that's deeper. Good luck, my son. But I see a lot of touches, like this is all perfectly Zelda. So instead of moblins, you got this little townsfolk. I never found out if he's supposed to be evil or not, so you're not sure if you're supposed to kill him or not, but no, he's friendly. You must be the one sent by the almighty Odin, the one who will free us. Oh God, Loki sent us to rule over the land, and instead Loki is the god of mischief, but I'm not sure if anyone could be as cruel as Jormungand. I think I've been saying Jorgemund the whole time. I wouldn't want to be in your shoes, your mighty iron cat. Oh, my son, I know it is fun to shoot people, but if you kill all the good people, all the good guys, you'll never complete your mission. You lose points, too. Oh, dear. Okay, so wanton acts of murder, no bueno. No bueno. But they respawn, everything's fine. And I have no points anyway, so you can't go into negatives, whatever. So instead of the Octoroks, you get these little blob things, and these switch puzzles, and they do damage. I never noticed that before. These little switch blocks are directly from Link to the Past is what this reminds me of. And you got apples for health. I think those rotten apples there actually hurt you. I can't remember. This is the original footage that I recorded a while back. Let's see, touch it. Yeah, the rotten apples actually do damage to you. Wonderful. The whole thing is basically, I don't know, it's not really a point run, because you can do everything you want. Oh, and by the way, if you get stuck, like I have just done, you have an option in the menu to die. And with that, you restart on that screen with the same amount of health and everything that you had when you entered. So gems, I think are just score, are they? If you can get my hand, thank you. Yeah, so I think the gems are just for score, but no. There's a jewel counter down there in the corner, so I think it's used as some kind of a currency. All right, and the golden apples are actually good for you, but you have to watch out for these little earthworm guys because they will spit rocks at you, and you can't even see the rocks. It happens that fast. It's like an invisible laser. They will murder you, absolutely murder you. So now we sort of enter into, what's the name of that Nintendo game? Adventures of Lolo, I think. We have to move blocks. Cannot carry any more of this item. I can't carry more apples? Oh, because I'm at full health, I guess. Okay, well, thanks for that. And then these little money blocks over here really remind me of Fester's Quest from the Nintendo. So I don't know if it's intentional, but there's a lot of, let's say, borrowed assets from other games, and in there, in those text files that are buried into the the depths of whatever, it actually says straight up, it's like, please do not use any little bits and bobs of this game to make your own game, otherwise we're not going to like you very much. And I was like, what an ironic thing to say from a guy who basically took all of his ideas from other games. But no, that's not quite fair. It is a good game on its own. It's a fun, solid little kind of action RPG-y thing. Oh yeah, that's Zelda. Is this where I pick up the flute? Is the flute up here? No, just apples. Everything in this game is it's actually a very tough little game. Now, I think I'm playing this with the joystick, which makes it a lot easier. But getting joysticks to work in these old DOS games is kind of tricky because it used to hook up right to your parallel port, which is recognized by everything in the computer, but now it's all USB based, and it's like, oh, okay, killer squirrels, got it, no problem. That's the one problem with Mjolnir, it'll get stuck on everything, and you can't use it until it bounces back. And you'll notice I'm picking up little magic little bottles too. I don't have any spells yet, but soon I will. I just love the sound he makes when he picks up stuff. He's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. He's like surprised. Every time he picks up something, he's like, ooh, 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 wonderful. And those little houses, those top-down, remind me of, how many of you out there have played Final Fantasy Mystic Quest? It's actually one of my favorite little Super Nintendo games. As much as people hate on it, I love Mystic Quest, and I will defend it. I still have my original Super Nintendo cart. It's the only surviving cart that I have. That was bullshit. Of a Super Nintendo. Anyway, I'm getting off track. All right. Now, these guys, Adept Software, if you remember, the really good DOS gamers remember a game called Jetpack, which was, in my opinion, one of the best shareware titles ever. Not because it was a fun little game, it was great, but because it also had a level editor. That was intense. I never seen anything like it. I play with a level editor so much, and I think I shared them on, not bulletin boards, because I don't think I use bulletin boards very much. It was back in the AOL days. So you had access to news groups, but I never really knew how to use them. So I put them up on like their file share, whatevers. Not even sure if these spiders can do any damage, but I'm not risking it. Yep, they shoot at you. But they have a level editor. And I would bring my friends over and they would play my levels, but no one else had the game, so I wasn't able to play anybody else's, which is kind of lame. And I didn't know how. Okay, fist fight with the bat, dude. Rhino beetles, just random enemies. It's like not exactly the epic adventure I was hoping for. But then it got me to thinking, what if we had level editors for games like this? You know how epic that would be? I remember, I don't even know what game it was. It was some old Commodore 64 game where it was like a platformer, but it had a level editor. So you can make your own levels and make your own game, almost. You could put in, I think, like little text boxes you could hit and like text would pop up. It was really intense. It was over a friend of mine's house, and I don't know. Oh, good. Skunks, too. But I really wish that level editors, even in today's games, would be more of a thing. I'm glad that games like Mario Maker and such exist to kind of give us a taste of it, but without having to, I think it should be standard, quite honestly, or DLC. So if any games kind of lend itself to almost like a sprite-based gameplay, like Mario, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. So please, developers, if you're listening, that's what we want. If you want to go down the retro path of gaming, give us level editors, and we will love you forever, and your game will survive until the end of time, because there will always be a community surrounding it, building levels for your game. It's wonderful. So now we have our first example of magic in the game. So I picked up the little golden apple, little doohickey down there, so I can essentially trade magic for health, which is great. It's a great little addition. And naturally, we got your burning of the bushes to find secrets, which is totally not Zelda-like. I don't know. Part of me really likes this game, but it's not even but. It's a great mismatch of a lot of different genres. Like you have your town exploration, Spegville. That sounds awful. Let's see if we can lower this population. And she is having a wonderful little dance. It looks like she really wants to beat my ass. It's like, yeah, come on, you baby, with that one little tooth of hers.
The one who sent down from Asgard by Odin to break the curse. It couldn't be you. All you have is a little hammer. It must be rogues to help.
Yeah, that serves you right, lady. I only lose 100 points for killing you. Oh, I love little... Oh, Jesus, don't murder everybody in town. You can murder her squirrel. I just killed your pet squirrel, lady. Are you cool with that? No, she's fine.
The hermit who lives southeast of here can go see him, but be careful. Don't let your man guns, guards, and such and such.
All right, well, that's great. So can I steal everything you own? Yes. Nobody cares. And should I kill her? Can't mess with your cauldron. I can't mess with your dinner table, but I can mess with you. Okay, well, actually, it looks like the penalties are a little bit steeper than I thought, so maybe I should keep the peasant murdering to a minimum. I lied. Never mind. No, I'm not going to do that. Oh, that was wonderful. So this part of the game kind of reminds me of, there's a lot of games that had this top-down, like early Final Fantasy games. And, okay, so he hurts me. Hey, okay, just because I kill a couple townsfolk does not mean you stick the guards on me, folks.
The guards are set for Jormungand to keep us from leaving the village.
Oh, got it. Okay, so the guards are actually bad guys. So it is more like Link to the Past, where there's the random guards running around that will hurt you mixed in with the regular people that won't. But it's a little easier to tell. And, excuse me.
I'm Miss Elkmont. You say you're going to the town of Jormungand and there's nasty rock trolls? Well, good luck to you.
Wonderful. Are these your things? Can I have them? Thank you so much. The god Odin thanks you. If you'll please escape. Oh, pardon me. I'm going to throw my hammer down. It's going to hit you on the way back. Hope you don't mind. Oh, sorry. That was your face. Anyway, it reminds me of early Final Fantasy games. Gargoyle's Quest from the Game Boy kind of springs to mind. That was one of my favorite old Game Boy games. I think it was called Gargoyle's Quest. There was a couple of them with Firebrand, and there was a whole mythos. I think it was in the... Oh, hello, Angel. Thank you for the magic and the health. Wow. Wonderful. Thank you. I'll just do this for another half an hour. Oh, wait. Oh, I see what I'm doing. It's refilling my magic, and I'm refilling my health at the same time with my magic. Oh, I am so clever. Anyway, that's pretty much all there is to the game. There are some very minor RPG elements, and this is a secret. But essentially, it's just a Zelda clone. It's fun, and it's free, so you really have no reason not to play it. It's actually a ton of fun. I recommend it. I'll put the link down there in the comments, so please go check it out and let me know what you think. Now, I was able to do a little bit of research on what Adept Software was all about, and they didn't really have an order form for all their games included, which is unusual. They did have a link, of course, to the shareware, and then here's your little, here, please order our game, go to Software Creations. This is the end of, it's almost exactly in the RPG style. It's almost like a copy-paste of what it was, but it's very pretty ASCII art. Here's a little bit of stuff from their website, which still exists, sort of. It looks like a lot of these websites haven't existed since, or been updated since the 90s. But we can see a lot of information about Jetpack, which I really want to play now. I completely forgot about that game, and we can make some levels. Oh, imagine if we, me and you, not me and you all, me and you and all of you, can resurrect the Jetpack. It looks like there's actually sequels, or there was even another version made in 2013, I think it was, to bring Jetpack back. I'm really hoping that includes the level editor. I'm going to do some checking into that. And if Jetpack still exists, would you guys play with me? Can we play each other's levels? I've been wanting to do that since I was, 10 years old? I don't even know. But anyway, that was God of Thunder. Wonderful little game by Ron Davis, 1993. Go check it out. It's free. This was the ShareWarehouse. I'll see you guys later. And as always, good night, jelly beans. Good night.